G'day tubers. So I thought I'd do another short video. I'm trying to keep them short these days, and I'm going to address a question that, you know, it gets asked a lot, and this video will serve as sort of a go-to, so I can, if anybody asks the question in the future, I can point them in this direction. So basically the question is, why don't you use the spot welder? And I guess from the get-go, my whole plan was to do this my way, not the internet's way, not YouTube's way, not the way that somebody else has done it. This is my way. This is, I don't think I'm leading in the field. I don't think for a second I'm doing something that Jehu or any of the others that do this sort of stuff hasn't already done. But I'm taking it in my direction. I'm making the packs my way, I'm making the mounts my way, I'm making the bus bars my way. Now, I'm not saying for a second that a spot welder wouldn't work. It absolutely would work. And if you, look, I've never used a spot welder, so I don't know about the time involved in using a spot welder. The quality of the welds, I don't know. Is it going to be better? I don't know. But I've soldered all of mine. The costs and the time involved, well, the time I reckon is going to be comparable between the two methods. The cost, I think doing this way is cheaper. I'm up to my fourth roll of solder. That once that roll's finished, that'll be 2 kilos of solder that I've used. And it's only cost about $100 for solder. If I was going to go out and buy the nickel strip for this, I think it costs about the same, maybe a little bit more, and you'd get a lot more done for that price. But the spot welder itself, a good one, what's that, $300 or $400 delivered or something in Australia? Whereas soldering iron, 22 bucks. These are Crescent branded. They are 40 watt units. And they work a treat. They have been better than any other soldering iron that I've bought. And I've bought a few, admittedly, but now I know which one I can share, that this one works. They don't seem to blow up as quick. I've got 2 of them. I only opened the second one so I could get the tip out of it. The tips wear out. The tips wear out quite quickly, but you know, the tips are $5, $10 each, or whatever. I don't know what. I've never actually bought them. It's actually cheaper for me to buy a whole nother soldering iron than it is to buy the tips. So hopefully that kind of answers your question. This is my process. The soldering works for me in my situation. It might not work in others. But, you know, if a soldering iron works for you, please do it. If there's a lot of us guys using soldering irons doing it, there's also a lot using the welders. So if you've got a good process and you want to share that with me and you've already done it and you reckon it's better, let's compare. If you're like local or something, let's put the two together and do some tests or something. That way we might be able to settle a debate once and for, actually you never settle a debate. It's like Holden and Ford, isn't it? You never set, nobody's ever going to win, nobody's ever going to be happy. One will win one will win the other, but the other's still better. So it is what it is, guys. Soldering, that's my process. If you like it or hate it, it's all good. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.